My name is Stephanie Cofield. Last name is actually Cofield-Mixon because I am married. I want to give homage to my husband. I'm a mother of 5, and I own and operate Celebration Creations, and I've been doing it for 38 years now.
Wow.
So I started when I was 2. And I honestly did get into this business at a very early age. I went to college to be an accountant. So that was what I intended to do, and after my first job as an accountant, the company I worked for kept hiring me or coming to me to ask me to plan parties because I was in charge of the funds. And so the company went out of business because somebody planned big parties. And so when the company went out of business, I was 21 and a half, 22, and I did not want to work corporate. I did not like the environment. I didn't want to do it. I wanted the feeling that I got when ever I planned the party, and the reaction that I heard when people walked in the room about, oh wow, it's so beautiful, it's so pretty. And that's what I wanted for my life. I wanted joy, and I wanted to bring smiles. And so I started my own company at a very young age, and it has carried me through mothering 5 children. My last one just graduated high school, so I have them all the way up from 36 down to 18. Don't ask me about that. That was wine on a Wednesday night. So I am what's known as a certified balloon artist. And what that means is I'm recognized in the industry. Believe it or not, balloons are a big business in the big industry, and I am recognized in the industry as a certified balloon artist, which means I did some training and learned about color theory and concepts and balance and different things like that, so that when I decorate for an event, I can make the wow factor that you need, so that you have the right amount of balloons in the right places, or I can figure out how to maximize someone's budget. So I'm a certified balloon artist, and with that comes a little bit of privileges in the industry. I get to travel a lot, and I love it. I travel a lot to teach other people how to become balloon decorators and how to operate a business. One of the best things I like to do is I teach about mindset. And I love that because, again, I love spreading joy, and I think if you don't have the right mindset, you're not going to go very far. And everyone in business struggles for some reason or another. And so helping them develop the mindset has been one of my greatest pleasures. First and foremost, because I've been praying a lot, let me just tell you that I believe in God. And so everything I try to do comes from that foundation. My relationship with God is very important to me. And so with that, I try to operate from a family level, community level, by giving as much as I can. I can't always give, but I do like to, one of the things that I do when I travel, it's because I'm doing some type of charity event. I travel to do what's called big balloon builds. So we take some of the pictures that you see, like me with the octopus, is part of a big balloon build. We were doing that for sort of like a dream thing in Florida, where we just created this huge immersive experience for kids to walk through and their families, and they were struggling with life-threatening illnesses, and so we just wanted to bring some joy to them. I've worked with Ronald McDonald House in Indiana to build another immersive thing and they just do it to raise money for the community or for a hospital and things like that. One of my greatest ones was I went to Macedonia last year. I was home-based for over 20 years, worked out of my home. I would go on site and set up an event. That was very time-consuming because you have to take all your stuff with you and all of that. So in 2020, I pivoted. During COVID, most people were closing down. I actually went out and found a location and opened up a retail shop. And that was my dream, to have a retail store, and I've had it now for 4 or 5 years, and we've grown tremendously. And one of the things I like to say is I did grow because becoming a member of this chamber, it has helped me just to get out into the community. And so we've grown so much that now we had to leave that space, which was in Manahawkin, and we just recently moved over here to Route 9 in Bayville. 3.5 times the space that we had before. It's huge. Wow. I literally am losing weight walking through that place. I love it. So we have not fully set up the place yet, but I am definitely going to be having a grand opening and inviting everyone to come in. And the design of this space is different because we started out doing retail, which I wanted. I love people. I love to talk and all that. So I thought that's what, if I build it, they will come. Well, retail is a different beast. And what I learned is that I do love people. I love the interactions, but I actually love going out and getting the hugs when I'm actually out setting up an event and someone being, just loving what we do. So this new space is more of a design studio. It's still open to the public. You can come in. We had a little girl coming the other day, and she was walking through arches and columns and different things because we're just building, and it's been so much better. It's just a huge space where we can build things, and then we can serve the client better, more efficiently, and quicker, and we can take on more because we have this space, and now we have our big yellow box truck outside that we can throw it all in, and it's done. So, so that's been great. Some plans for the future are we want to use this space in a few different ways. I want to have like a party once a month. I always have balloons, so why not have a party? That's the way I feel about it. So I think what we're going to do probably in 2026 is just open up the space for sort of just a fun event. It's not going to cost anybody anything. I've been looking at maybe line dancing or Zumba or just something to have some fun and take the stress off, because I work hard. I'm sure everyone else in here works hard, so I just want to de-stress. I will be traveling to Reno. I'm going to be competing against, I just want the experience of going out, but we have these competitions sometimes. Some people are certified balloon artists, some people are balloon masters. So the goal is to become a balloon master. And one of the things also I do want to talk about is, as a balloon master, certified balloon artist, I think it's important to talk about the environment, because a lot of people, particularly being at the shore, I love the beach and things like that, being in the shore community, I try to make sure that I work with, first of all, USA made products. The reason I say that is because we know that we're dealing with latex as opposed to plastic or something that won't break down in an environment. I try to make sure that it's biodegradable products. So latex is just like the rubber on your tires. It breaks down over time. So if you have a balloon, doesn't mean you can let them go. I'm not suggesting that. Don't let them go into the environment. Don't let them go into the air. We do try to take great pains to go back and tear down things and destroy it properly and dispose of it properly. But I also, I notice a lot of people have latex allergies now. The one that we did last year for the chamber was all foil. And we did that intentionally because we were trying to build an oil. The schools, there's so many kids with latex allergies now. And so we're doing all foil designs. And the reason we're also doing that is because you can repurpose that. All right, there's a couple of companies that will take back the foils and reuse it and make it into something else. And so it just, lessens the footprint that we make. Anyone have any questions for me? I'm sorry. Any questions or, yes?
What's the largest display that you created?
Me alone, the largest display I created was 3 airplanes in my basement. 30 feet long. The wingspan, my basement is 50 by 25. So the wingspan was about 24 because I remember trying to get around it. And it was for the FAA. And then we had to get them into a truck and take them down to Atlantic City, to the convention center. And thank God they had men there who they hoisted them up in the air. So 3 huge airplanes was the biggest one that I did by myself. The biggest build that I've ever been a part of had over 80,000 balloons that we used.
Oh my God. How long does that take?
It took a week. And we were very methodical about it. So it wasn't a week of like 24-hour days. We literally would go in at 9 and leave at 5, have dinner. So we made it like a team building thing. So we had a plan. And we typically, I didn't want to do math. I stopped doing accounting. Balloons require math. Yeah. It requires geometry. I have to have formulas. I have to have calculations. I have to have grids and all of this stuff to come up with how many balloons does it take to make this. And so we literally have computer programs and all of that to help us with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I have a quick question.
Yes.
So I know that you have machines to blow them up and tie them by yourself.
I tie it with my hands. Wow. I was going to show you guys a picture of my hands on a good day. They're white, like dry. There's nothing left to them. But yeah, but that's why you have staff. Because they do the tying a lot of times, and I just come and build. So yeah,
Yes. What is the smallest event that you will take on? Is it anyone's birthday party or?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. Because I do have an online retail store that you can just order everyday bouquets. I would take on anything small because I think the customer is important. And maybe they just want a $25 bouquet today. but that $25 bouquet might be their sweet 16 5 years from now. And so I just want to serve the client. And if I can come up with something, it just sometimes challenges my creativity, which that's okay.
Do you
Yeah.
guys deliver, like, if we wanted to do like a get well something for someone, do you deliver?
Yes, so we have a nationwide bouquet delivery service, so you can go online and send things all over the country, one. And then you can send locally. We have a secondary site on our website where you can pick a bouquet and we deliver them. Mostly Ocean, Monmouth. We go to Burlington County. We are also part of an affiliation, the same one that does the nationwide. So people order from wherever they are too, and they send us. We go as far as Atlantic City. We go over to Burlington County, Freehold. We go to Monmouth County. As far as it was Rumson, I remember. And then again, I travel all over the state because I'm originally from North Jersey. Most of my clients started out from there, so I started out doing more corporate than private. And so I am probably one of the biggest vendors for Rutgers University. I do all their graduations and things like that. So I will travel up there for that. So if it's a corporation, I will travel. Yeah.
Are you hiring?
Yes, I'm hiring. Yes, I'm hiring. I was wondering if I could say that. Well, because we have a new space, we absolutely do need staff. We need more staff. We have a very flexible schedule, and that's what people like about us. So high schoolers work for me, and that's one of my greatest loves. I get to pour into the lives of high schoolers because if they come in front of my shop, I'm like, hey, come in, you got a job? Come work, you know? And so you get to speak into their lives that way, and I love that. So yeah, I have a lot of people who are like stay-at-home moms who want a part-time job, things like that. Anyone who wants a flex schedule is pretty much what I need. I probably need one full-time person now because we have this new location. So just to help us manage things there. But other than that, it's more of a flex schedule.
I love it.
I had one more question, actually. Are you on your way to becoming a master balloon artist?
No, I'm too old. I'm tired.
You're good where you're
No, I'm happy with what I've done, and honestly, my goal is to set the business so that it's running and operating, and I can keep teaching, because that's what I like to do. My mom, everybody in my family except me are teachers, and believe it or not, I like teaching, but I would never teach anybody's kids. You wouldn't want me to. But I like what I'm doing when I'm teaching adults here, so I think that's what I want to do. Cool.
One more question. It wasn't a question, it was more of a testimonial, but it's not time for testimonials. But your customer service is just top notch. We hired you for our kids' gala last year for our kids with developmental disabilities. She worked within our budget, she delivered, she took everything down, she let me come the next day to bring like the extra materials, like it was phenomenal.
Thank
Very
you.
simple.
Thank you.
And I can say the same thing. You've done so many events for us, and they're just, I mean, like, our team is, and the listeners, everybody are just blown away. I mean, what you did for the Mistletoe Rock Radiothon, I mean, it was awesome. They looked like, you know, it's a holiday thing, it's a holiday radiothon. They looked like giant, ornaments and all, like, a really so cool, a giant like nutcracker, and I like everybody was blown away by it. So yeah, so definitely call Stephanie.
Wow.
Same with the chamber. If you look behind Stephanie, she did that wall for us at our scholarship event 2 years ago. Last year was, or was that last year?
No, this was the year before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna say, she completely donated her time and her all of everything. That wall was sick. Like, it was amazing.
I like that. I surprised her.
It was in person. It was amazing. I mean, so thank you for doing that for us, and you're just so generous, and we really appreciate you so much. And thanks for
you're
sponsoring today.
One last thing. For everybody, I gave you a little lift from Celebration Creations. It's just a balloon with some confetti and some ribbon. Whenever you're having a tough day, blow it up and pop it up. All right. And on the back of it is a coupon for something.
And this is your new address, right? Not the.
Yeah, that's the new address. That is the new address. Thank you all, everyone.
Great job, Stephanie.